Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we just have a little bit of a kind of a quicker update for you guys, mainly because today's actually been a little bit more on the quieter side, at least in regards to the restock and restocking news. A little bit of gaming news as well, so if you guys missed those videos, you guys can always creep on those all throughout the channel. We actually had some pretty good ones and pretty intriguing topics, I would say, and as well when it comes to like some big Square Enix sale off and stuff like that. I think those are the previous videos on the day, but I know a lot of you guys are still trying to find your consoles, so let's go talk about a little bit of a quick update we actually had from one of our employees over here from Best Buy. So, as well, I guess, per usual, if you guys are new, make sure you guys are subscribed with notifications on, all that good stuff, Twitter, Twitch, Stream, Weeble, Coinbase, Amazon links, and all that good stuff down below. And as well, if you guys are like more of like a quicker update, because sometimes I don't want to do like a full-on big length video, because there's maybe not that much major news. You know, some people just like to have like little small baby updates. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you guys are cool with that, or I guess leave a like on the video if you guys are cool with that too. Maybe in the near future, as we have like smaller updates where it's not like super important, or like kind of like the biggest news, I'll work in maybe sometimes like these little quicker ones, just so you guys don't have to waste as much time. I mean, obviously I'm wasting a little time kind of explaining what I'm doing, but you guys know what I mean. So anyway, when it comes to this stuff, we actually had some Best Buy employees go and reach out to as well, because we've kind of been in this weird limbo when it comes to Best Buy, whether they're doing more walk-ins throughout this week, whether we're seeing more stock in general, potential online drops and all of that. And apparently actually some other employees have reached out and confirmed that their store is actually sitting on a somewhat substantial amount of stock. We've actually had a few other people, this is also in regards to some Twitter stuff, as well as other various locations, and people reaching out to me too as well. Some stores actually have upwards, again, of up the 20 plus stock that is actually sitting up in the stores themselves. There's more on the East Coast side too as well, which we've kind of been seeing a little bit more East Coast action, which makes a lot of sense. Although sadly for me in Illinois, we still have been seeing the most bare bones and dry, even from Myers, like our own homegrown like grocery store that has a lot of walk-ins, even from my own state, has been super quiet, which is a little bit on the somewhat disappointing side. But as we mentioned, we actually have been seeing a little bit more stock floating around. So we've been seeing a lot of stock just up in the East Coast side, employees confirming stock, and the stock numbers actually looking somewhat big and somewhat juicy. So when it comes to stock and stock movement with that, we've kind of been enjoying that, because overall, the bigger the stock, the better the movement, the better the life, and all that good stuff as well. So that's one kind of really big note. So that does bump up the likelihood throughout these next few days, although we're still kind of on the middle ground when it comes to Best Buy on, well, if it's going to be dropping, if it's not going to be dropping online, but we do want to keep saying that if there is stock physically in the stores themselves, that does also mean quite a bit of news when it comes to more just in-store restocks, like the usual stuff we keep mentioning when it comes to app glitches, when it comes to people checking the stock, checking online, using the SK units and all of that, that does bump up the likelihood quite a bit. So I just want to let you guys know pretty like focusing on that one. If we're seeing a lot more of those stocks, it means there's also be a little bit more of a like spread out, I would say, when it comes to stock, because if warehouses have been dishing out stock and moving around stock, overall that does bump up the likelihood of other stores also having more walk-ins. The walk-ins still kind of stink because it is more on the regional side. We'll probably touch on some of this tomorrow morning as well, but when it does come to stock and does come to stock movement, at least we have been seeing some folks getting it. Even as of today, I think we've been seeing a few folks also getting their consoles, which at the end of the day is usually pretty nice. Like, at least for me, I enjoy the fact that people getting consoles, enjoy the stores getting some stock. Although it is kind of weird too, because if stores are still holding onto stock, and it does kind of seem like the stores are slowly still building up stock, that'll keep on pushing towards that builds up a lot more of a likelihood for an online restock, because, well, typically it's online in store, like basically online order. You go and order for your local store, and you got buy and pick it up for your local store. So at least in my mind, that kind of makes a little bit more sense in terms of stock and stock movement. So just letting you guys know this quick little update that we have seen stock numbers are looking a little bit nicer, and I guess it is kind of more of a part 2 / more continuation throughout the week of more Best Buy, probably walk-ins. Although that's kind of why it's a little bit on the annoying side, because it could go, like I said, online, or it could also go for in-store. It really just kind of depends on the area, depending on the vibe and all that stuff, and just a little bit of a quick update in regards to some restocking news. So if you don't want to go and share that with all of you guys, just for a late night video, kind of keep you guys in the loop for that stuff. As well as have a little bit other more quick gaming news too, as we're going to go chime on into that too. So let's go dive into that news really quickly as well. Now, I'm going for a little bit of a part 2 for a little bit of gaming news going on too. Just want to go dedicate a little bit of more extra time to kind of push a little bit more into other stories, as well as also quick little updates for the PlayStation 5 in general vibe for it. Number one, I do want to let you guys know we do actually have brand new PlayStation Now games actually available for May. So in case you guys are curious, and this one come up in the very near future, it's kind of intriguing too with PlayStation Now pretty much almost being done. As you guys know, it's going to be mitigated and pushed into PlayStation Plus, and then they're brand new like the PlayStation Plus tier system, but at least right now, until the next 2 months or so, we still have more games being added on into it. This one, at least for May, is supposed to be have for Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, Soul Calibur, I believe that's 6, and Blasphemous 2 as well. All these games are overall pretty cool and pretty nifty. They will be arriving as of officially tomorrow, in case you guys are curious. But overall, it kind of seems a little bit more focused on like the fighting slash type style games, which nothing completely wrong with that one. As you guys can see over here with Naruto, which I think actually funny enough, like even if you guys aren't really a big fan of like the anime or the cartoon, or I think it's for a kid or whatever, funny enough, like if you guys have PS Now, you guys would probably have fun playing it for like an hour or two to kind of like just mess around with it. And of course, as well, Soul Calibur 2 is a little bit more on the weeby side as well. And on top of it, I think Blasphemous. I've actually had a chance to go check out Blasphemous before, though apparently I was going to show you guys the trailers for it. It's just kind of a cool little indie game. Nothing super crazy, and as well, they even make a big mention stating how they'll be changing in June and merging with PlayStation Plus and the all-new membership system over here too as well, as kind of the reminder too, and they kind of remind you guys going to be rolling into the brand new system. But as well, it's kind of cool to go and see them kind of bring this on up and talk about this, and as well, nothing super crazy, but I'll be very curious to see if anything changes majorly when the brand new PlayStation Plus comes on out. And on the same topic too as well for the PlayStation Plus, really big last reminders, you guys may have a few more extra hours slash brand new games going on tomorrow when it comes to your brand new PS Plus games. This last one actually has been pretty good, and I'm going to probably actually making myself my mental note after this video is all done to make sure I go and download and get Slay the Spire 2 as well. So in all honesty, Hood, Outlaws, and Legends, I've heard kind of like mid-tier stuff on. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated was actually a pretty good game, especially maybe if you guys have kids, or maybe you have kids ready to watch SpongeBob itself. I would say at the end of the day, pretty probably worth going and actually checking it out and going and downloading, especially for free if you guys do already have your own PlayStation Plus subscription. I would still go and put a lot of extra pressure slash like encouraging you guys to go and download Slay the Spire. It was a very good game, very cool indie game, especially if it's like those card type style games, but the flow, progression, just overall gameplay is pretty top tier. It's actually a pretty good game, so at least if for free, might as well. And quick reminders too on top of this, as you guys can for tomorrow, officially, if you guys have your PlayStation Plus, you have FIFA 22, Tribes of Midgard, which is kind of in that same vein of really good indie game, which I do highly recommend. Mostly the Spire and Tribes of Midgard. I'm a very big indie guy myself, and then Curse of the Dead God. So make sure you guys are cribbed on that one and two as well, and also Persona 5 Royale, which will also be removed from the PlayStation Plus collection as of May 11th. So basically, if you guys already have the subscription, this is kind of my little like late night nudge and poke to be like, well, homie, you already got it. Might as well go utilize it and mess around with it. No, there's no real reason not to. So kind of all around good stuff. Quick little late night reminder. And then last but not least too as well, interestingly enough, and the kind of the bounce back of the Square Enix news we covered earlier on today, it's kind of cool because Just Cause and Life is Strange is actually still being kept by Square Enix, and this is kind of what we were tying on to about the part 2 of that. It seems like they might be still trying to get a full-on proper sale out, or just get rid of the mediocre games they don't have any future plans for, mainly because we've been talking about that with the Embracer Group deal as well. But right now it seems like Life is Strange, which has still been doing pretty good, predominantly in like the younger market, all around very good game, and same with Just Cause. Both kind of pretty big games. So I'm kind of more surprised they got rid of Tomb Raider, although for $300 million, Tomb Raider and Deus Ex and Thief, I'd be a little bit more incentivized to want to go and do it. And now as well too, it kind of dives into the more of like the mobile markets and try to make money off of this one, but these games have been notoriously doing pretty well for Square Enix and publishers themselves. And if you guys missed all that previous information, check out that video earlier on. That's some pretty big, at least in my opinion, industry news. So just want to give a little bit of a quick late night update when it comes to Best Buy and other gaming news up you guys didn't mind. And as well, I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, linked down below. And sign up for that Weeble, sign up for that Coinbase, sign up for that Twitter giveaway and Twitch streams, all that good stuff down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow for some more brand new videos.